When did you discover that you liked huge boobs? Like, was it something that you saw on another woman and you're like, oh, I like those? Or was it like, how is it that you're like really big boobs?
It just kind of progressed. It wasn't like I woke up one day and was like, oh, I just want,
massive boobs. Okay.
K boobs or whatever like that. Like I never back in the day, I was flat chested. Yeah. I had nothing.
Completely. Like you were.
I was a 32 triple A.
Wow.
So instead of like double D and triple D being bigger than a D,
triple A is smaller than an A.
Yeah. So it's even worse than an A. Like
it's like batteries.
Yes. It's even, yes. There you go.
The double A's are bigger than the triple A's.
Yes.
Okay.
So all I wanted was boobs. I just wanted to have something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what I wanted D's.
Okay.
But they could only do 325 cc's in me at that time because that was as far as my skin would stretch.
Yeah.
So they looked awesome. And I was happy as far as like I finally had them. And now I had them and they looked great in every outfit that I wore and things like that. So, but I always still like wanted them bigger than what I had. And back then, we didn't have things like expanders and things. So you had to pay for your surgeries.
For each.
So I had to finance all my surgeries. Mm-hmm. So, it takes several years of 5 to 7 years of paying a surgery off before you can even think of getting another surgery.
Oh, did they let you finance it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's how I got my first one.
Okay.
I financed it.
Interesting.
Yep. So then it just slowly progressed to trying to get to like a look that I wanted.
Yeah.
And then it just, I guess if you want to say went out of control.
Well, no, but like, because I mean, was it something that like so in the beginning you just wanted boobs? You didn't think they have to be enormous. It was just,
I just wanted like a D.
Something that you thought was going to just be good. And then.
Now see, if I look back on it, let's say they had put a D in me. Would I have just been happy with that? And because that's what I wanted and I got them? And would I have stayed like that and never thought about ever getting it bigger?
Yeah.
I think it was because I wanted a certain thing and I was trying to get to it.
Okay.
And I think once I got to it at that point, then it wasn't what I thought it was still going to look like. So I still wanted a little more.
Okay.
And like I said, it's expensive. So when you get something like that and it's still not what you want, you can't just go out and do it again next week. You know what I'm saying?
No, you have to wait.
You have to wait several years until you can afford to do it again.
Yeah.
So, you're talking constant years of financing and payments and it's like car payment type things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm remembering the progression correctly, I think it was 325 to 425. Then I think I went to, it was 2 of them. I think I went to 800 and something, I think, or 900. And then I think I went to 1200 and then 1600 and 3000.
And then expanders.
Yes. And then the 3000, when I got them redone after I had those 3s and I got them redone again, that's when I had the expanders.
Okay.
So this is when now I've gone from 3 to 32 to 38 and,
and you're at
progressing.
44 now.
44 now.
How did you feel when you saw it? Like, I mean, have you seen them grow progressively so much that it's not as like a big reaction to when they're a little bigger now? Or do you still kind of like, hey, they look.
No, I mean, I can tell little differences in them as far as like the way certain things fit.
Yeah.
Like it's exciting when I get home and I try on something and it's like, ooh, it's tighter.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and because it's such small increases, because usually my skin will only stretch like about a 300 cc increase.
Okay.
So it's not like some drastic increase.
No, and you can't.
And you see it. You see a difference, but it's not like this massive difference.
And not like you go to bed, yeah.
So, yeah, if you look at yourself from here to here, you can see a big difference. But each little 300, it just makes subtle differences.
Okay. When did you get your first procedure?
I believe it was 1990.
Oh, okay. And were they silicone, saline?
Saline. I've had saline the whole
time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess at that point there might have been enough problems with silicone implants that, or I don't know if saline and silicone implants coexisted for the duration that
they were both out there, but
okay.
I wanted saline.
Okay.
Because I was always told that silicone gave you a more natural look, and you had a faker look with the saline. So I always wanted,
and that's what you wanted.
Yes.
So you liked that faker look.
Yes. Always from the get-go. I always said, I don't want to look natural. I want to look like I've had them done. I paid a lot of money to get them done. I want them to look like they're done.
And that's interesting because, again, like when I've talked to other people on the show who they wanted to look super fake, like they don't want people to think that they are natural looking. So although people still ask you, right?
Not anymore.
Okay,
but they used to, and I honestly think that they were more being just like stupid or trying to find a reason to come talk to me.
Oh, because they might have been.
What I'm saying, and thinking that by asking me if they're real, that's gonna like
it's an icebreaker.
And it's like, no, you're an idiot. Get away from me. Now it's made me hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, really?
Yeah, you couldn't have thought of something more interesting.
You're gonna look at me and ask me if these look natural. Come on now.
Yeah.
Or ask me like if my back hurts.
Yeah.
Do you care? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose sleep tonight if my back hurts. No. So why are you asking me something so dumb?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I understand that. I guess the goal is they had to get big enough so that people didn't even have to question whether they were real or not. Like just be like, there's not even a question anymore.
I think I finally reached the time now where nobody's going to come up and ask me that anymore.
Yeah, but it's just funny that people will still think. And but I have had people that guests that have said that they'll come up to them and they are genuinely like the person seems genuine asking that question, are they real? And it's just like they must not look at boobs very much or see boobs that big very much because to boob guys or people that look at boobs a lot, you get very attuned to knowing what's real and what's not real. Mm-hmm. So that's just funny.
Yeah, I'm one of those that like top on or top off. I want them to look exactly the same way. I don't want the top off and they
change.
Yeah, now they're droopy and things like that, and squishy and saggy, and so like I don't want that.
Yeah.
So when I take this off, they look exactly like what they do.
They sit in the same position.
That's exactly what I want. I don't want them going nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't want any skin. I don't want nothing like that. I want them super tight and hard.
Yeah. So then I assume then for the entirety, like, have you gotten happier with them as they've gotten bigger? Or you're just like, you were happy you had bigger boobs and then you just keep getting them bigger and then you just kind of stay at that?
No, I mean, I'm happier with each increase.
Okay.
I still don't know where I want to go to yet.
Okay, so
it's going to be based more on a look than a CC number because everybody carries them differently. Yeah. I've seen girls that have 2,000 and they look like they're my size. I'm like, how do they look so big? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've seen other girls vice versa. Mm-hmm. So it's not a numbers game. It's more like when I have that ultimate look that I want, that's when I'll know, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.